The Strymon BigSky MX is a new and improved version of their original big box reverb pedal. And if you understood any of the words in that sentence, you're probably wondering if this means Strymon is also going to issue updated versions of their other flagship big box pedals, the Timeline and the Mobius. I don't know the answer to that. They didn't tell me. But I do know what the 5 coolest things you can do with this pedal are, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. For pro tip number 1, we're going to talk about spring reverb. The spring reverb in here lets you choose how many springs you want to use, and the maximum is 3. But there's actually a way to use up to 6 if you want to. Here's the trick. Probably the most significant thing about this new version of the BigSky is that you can use any 2 of its reverbs at the same time. Or you can use the same reverb twice with different settings. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set it up to use 2 reverbs. We're gonna make both of them spring reverbs. We're gonna put both of them on 3 springs, and then we're gonna set it up so that those 2 reverbs are processing your signal in parallel. And the pro move is to set one of those spring reverbs to have a slightly longer pre-delay and a slightly longer decay time. And the idea there is so that those springs will get hit slightly after the first set, and that way you'll be able to hear all 6. If you like spring reverbs, this is pretty intense. For the next pro tip, we're going to talk about one of the new reverb types here, the chamber reverb. I found a setting with the chamber reverb that sort of has this like cool blurry effect on your notes, where it's like your notes are there, but you can't really sort of perceive the onset. It's like all your notes end up sort of just existing in this field around you, and you're like standing in the middle of this field of your own notes. It's like kind of hard for me to explain what I think this sound is doing, but it's cool. And I'll put the exact knob positions in the video description. I'll do that for all the pro tips in this video. Every pro tip in this video, I have the exact settings and knob positions and everything in the video description. Here's what I think is the coolest thing you can do with the chamber reverb. if you want to buy this pedal, I have affiliate links you can use to make the purchase, which will give me a small commission. I'll put the affiliate links in the video description. The cloud reverb in the BigSky MX now comes with the Ensemble effect, which was introduced with the Cloudburst pedal. This can turn your guitar into a synthesizer if you wanted to. But if you really want to turn your guitar into a synthesizer, I think the move is to run 2 reverbs at once with the BigSky and have the other one be the Shimmer reverb and set that to be perfect fifths. If you do that, you're going to get a pretty lush synthesizer that's like something out of Pure Moods. But I think the move is to set everything, both reverbs, to be 100% wet. I've said this before. Sometimes I think anything less than 100% wet is weakness. If you're going to play with a reverb that is like this bananas, I think it's pointless to have it just be something that's like hiding behind your guitar. I think you should illuminate your guitar completely. No half measures. Just play this as the instrument. Pro tip number 4 is a keyboard pro tip. I found a setting in the room reverb that breathes new life into any kind of fake piano sound. I've got a really fake piano sound on my synthesizer that sounds like this. Now, I think that has its charms, but if you run that through the room setting I discovered, it becomes this. And that version is like already produced. You don't have to figure out how to use the like bad lo-fi fake piano sound anymore. It just already sounds like something on a record. For pro tip number 5, I'm just going to show you what I think is the best choice for a neutral, great reverb for clean electric guitar. My version uses the Hall reverb. There's probably a bunch of ways you could get a neutral, good reverb out of this. I'm just going to show you the one that I think is like the easy right choice. Once again, I'll put the exact settings in the video description. This is what it sounds like.